Hi, all. It's Emily Rand with ESPN Esports, and I'm happy to be joined by Fnatic coach Mithy after, I guess, a disappointing single game, but overall, like a really strong finish for Fnatic outside of that game, right? So, how do you feel like Fnatic's performance in the group stage was compared to your expectations for the team?
Honestly, I think the guys did extremely well. The first day against TSM was shaky. Like I don't feel like it felt like like how what we've been practicing and how we were playing. Then after that, we had a game which felt a little bit off, but I think the draft was pretty bad. Was pretty much on me. Anyway, we still could have won, but yeah, it was not very good. We didn't do so well, and then after that, I don't know. It just felt like we were ramping up. This
Mm-hmm.
today felt really amazing. I think the guys honestly like exceeded all of my expectations. No offense to them, but they played phenomenally. Like basically, I didn't feel like there were any mistakes. Like everything that we talked about, they were actually doing. Not only that, but they were extremely confident in themselves, in each other. They were following each other's plays, and even though some of them were turning out wrong, like the idea of playing as a team was really propelling itself, which was a very nice thing to watch. And then in the last game, I think we screwed up a little bit. But honestly, I feel like that game, the draft was really hard to play. It was something that we had been experimenting with, and
Mm-hmm.
we just wanted to give it a shot. And I mean, not to say that we didn't want to win. Obviously, like I think everyone wanted to get that first seed, even though some people might think we didn't want to play against each other. That was not really the case. We really wanted to win, and honestly, like Genji just came in strong, and we just didn't manage to pull through, and yeah.
What happened? Because the difference in not just like I felt like your draft preparation was a lot better today, but then also like you said, the confidence of the players, like they're suddenly going for these really hyper aggressive plays, especially on bot side. So what was your preparation between the like the first part of the round robin and then the second round robin? Because it did look like they were just a lot more confident in their own mechanics, if that makes sense.
I think they just got used to the stage. You know, it's been like what 6 months, 7 months that they didn't play on stage. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know exactly how much, but yeah, it's been a while, and you know, it's world stage. It's a big one for them. So I think especially self-made and Nemesis were a bit shaky at the start. Basically the first game, and then I don't know. After that, we just started ramping up. We had a pretty hard to execute draft on game two, and then we talked about some of our things. We saw how other teams played in the group, and we kind of like talked about what we wanted to be doing coming into the next few games of the group. So everyone had a strong idea in mind of what they wanted to play and how they wanted to play, and then yeah, things just worked out for us very well, and the games started well. And when the game started well, I think we are a team that thrives on that
Mm-hmm.
like momentum. And you know, sometimes we throw, which is bound to happen, I guess, and you know that's where all the arguments come from. But yeah, the good thing and the beautiful part is like seeing the guys go for crazy plays and having them work. You know, so I think it's just important that they play as a team as much as anything else.
I mean, I love it. I watch LPL more than anything, and I made a remark to one of my friends that you guys looked like an LPL team, so it was fun for me. Um, the This is the end of your first year as a head coach. When you're looking back on it, like how has it been for you? What's it been like? I mean, we saw they have the coaches cam on sometimes, so when like there was this one team fight where Fnatics like winning, and then they end up losing it, and just the range of emotions on your face and the staff's face is just amazing to watch. What's it been like being a coach instead of a player?
It's been a very hard transition. Um, Definitely a huge learning experience for me this year. Uh, I think it's probably gonna feel like that just from this year. I think it's gonna feel like a huge learning experience every single year,
Mm-hmm.
because of different things coming up, personalities, all of that. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's very fun, and very interesting job. That's for sure. And yeah, I don't know. Like I'm just looking forward to continue learning whatever. Yeah.
What was your favorite moment from this year as a coach thus far? Obviously, it may be down the road, right? Because you still have a lot of moments to go at Worlds, but what's been your favorite moment thus far?
I don't know if I can put my finger on something. I feel like Spring Split was quite fun to see, like how crazily we developed in that meta. Then summer was like a very like it was full of hardships and a huge experience for us because we just never really got a grasp, and a lot of that was on me trying too many things and not really letting the guys do what they wanted either, and like yeah, it was just hard. So I would say Spring Split was fun, and then I think going into summer playoffs, the guys just got together and were like, this is how we want to play, this is what we want to do, and they figure out their strategies, and I think it was very fun to see them execute on them and just see how confident they were.
And then lastly, is there any, I know everyone always hates this question, but is there any opponent that you'd really rather face or would not like to face in quarterfinals?
No, I don't think we're too worried about that right now. We just want to focus on ourselves, talk about what has felt good during this group stage and what we are not believing on so much, and just trying to build on ourselves and rather than care too much about who we face. Yeah, we will for sure scout them and prepare something against them specifically, but I feel like the most important thing for us to take away is just what our strengths really look like when it comes down to the real games.
What do you think Fnatic's greatest strength is right now?
Fnatic's greatest strength, I'd say the trust. Like when the guys go on the Rift, even if one day goes well, the other day goes terribly. I think when the guys go on the Rift, there's no real hesitation between each other's calls. They know at the end of the day that even if there is a hesitation, if the other guy says, you got to trust me, they're going to go 100%. And I think that's a very, very big strength for us.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today, and all the best to you and Fnatic going forward into quarters and maybe further. And for more League of Legends coverage at Worlds, keep it here on ESPN Esports.